Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk a little bit about the Panzer IV-S because it's available in a bundle and it's quite a juicy one because oh boy, is the Panzer IV-S a really good tank. With it comes 30 days of premium account for 2.5k gold and you have the tank completely equipped featuring the legendary camo that makes it look like a TIE fighter. And to be fair, I know this tank is not a lot of time in the shop during the year and it's your chance to catch it because trust me, this is in my opinion, at least one of the best medium tanks you can fight with at tier 6. What does it feature? Let me explain to you briefly. First thing first, we gotta talk about that gun. That gun that is amazing for tier 6 because it features one of the best reload time and therefore a really good DPM. What I mean by that is that the DPM is 2.1k, the reload time is 4.44 seconds per shot. I should say it like that. Your penetration is definitely enough for you to do whatever you want, especially with gold shell because you have 194mm. Your average damage is the same as the one you have on the Cromwell, so 160. And for the rest of the tank, it has a good mobility and a good armor, not on the hull because the hull is easy to penetrate, but at least on the turret, because if you take a look at it, it looks quite similar to the E50M, and therefore your gun mantlet, which is impenetrable, is going to allow you to bounce quite a lot of shell if and only if you manage to know how to play your tank correctly. What you want to do with this is wiggling quite a lot for your enemies when they try to shoot at your turret cheeks if you're in all down, to shoot at the gun mantlet and therefore bounce. For the equipments, I first go for the gun rammer because I have enough penetration. After enhanced gun lane drive to reduce my aim time, and finally vertical stabilizer because with this tank you are going to shoot a lot while moving. After, in the vitality system, I go first for the defense system because I'm not going to ram anybody. After, I go for the improved assembly to increase my hit points because you don't have enough armor to make the enhanced armor worth it. Toolbox because enhanced track is useless. Improved optics because I'm not a tank destroyer, I'm not gonna camp. Engine accelerator because your tank has a good mobility, so why not increase it just a little bit. And finally, eye and consumable to use adrenaline for a longer period of time, and trust me, it can save your life. Now let's jump into a replay. Concerning the tank and the playstyle, what you want to do in most of the situations is finding a position from which you can show your turret only. And don't stay in front of your opponents without moving and just tunneling. It's not going to work. What you want to do with this is either from the hold down position, try some peekaboo, which means you go out of your position, you sneak your shot as soon as possible, and you come back to a safe cover from which you can't get shot. Because if you do that, you're going to increase the chances of your enemies to shoot at your gun mantlet and not your side cheeks, which are penetrable on the turret. This is the first tip. Now the second one, if you don't want to play it in earl down, would be to use the mobility and play it as a support. You have a great gun with a great DPM, but not the best armor, which means you have to play it smartly. And how do you do that? By waiting for your enemies to engage your allies and you sneak around like I'm doing right now against that Explorer and the Matilda. Hopefully for us here it's going to be quite easy because as you can see the Explorer and the Matilda are alone, which is going to make it easier for us to take them out, and after we're going to come back to the rest of the team and it's going to be a little bit more interesting at this point. So there we go, the Explorer is dead, same for the Matilda 4, and now we come back to the rest of the enemies. We climb up, and that's where you're going to see that yes, the mobility is good on regular terrains, but when you're climbing it's definitely not the best. Here, look at this guys, here I took a bounce. As I told you, this bounce went straight into the gun mantlet. That gun mantlet, guys, is all you need for you to do a good game and to bounce. No matter what, shoot at you, tier 7 included, if they shoot at the gun mantlet without using HE, they will not do any damage because everything will bounce. And if you show the rest of your tank, as you can see right there, it makes it really easy to be penetrated. Not a problem. There we go on the KD1. As you have a great DPM, something I forgot to tell you is that you should try some perma tracking, which means shooting at either the first or the last of the track circle. I don't know the name in English, to be able to immobilize your enemies. We're going to try this technique on the KV2 and you're going to see it's going to work effectively. We made him use his repair kit. We shoot again the tracks before he has the time to turn his turret, which means that we damage his track again, and boom, we destroy it once again. We immobilize the tank, and as he shot, we go there, sneak the last one, and boom, no KV2 anymore. And I like this replay because it shows you all the playstyles you could expect the Panzer IV-S to be excellent on. Peekaboo, hold down, perma tracking. Now we only have to deal with the rest of the enemies, so there is no challenge anymore. There we go for a shot on the Jagdpanzer. As long as he doesn't care about us, we're gonna sneak our shots. Now he's turning around, so we gotta move. And once again, we took it because we were in hold down straight into the gun mantlet by moving, increasing your chances of bouncing. Second time in the gun mantlet. I insist on that, guys. The gun mantlet on the Panzer IV-S is your best ally and your main feature. Hopefully, we had a good game. We did 2.7k damage and 4 kills. The battle is finished, and unfortunately for us, we did not manage to get an ace tanker. But is it a problem? Not really. And also maybe something I need to tell you before you think, wow, that tank has an amazing and OP credit coefficient. I was using an epic credit booster when I did that video. That's why I have 90,000 credits. You're not going to get that all the time with the Panzer IV-S, even if it's still a good credit maker and quite an enjoyable tank. And just for the fact that it's cheap, plus a good tank, plus a fun one to play with, I would advise you to buy it because yes, this offer is a really good one. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.